Alright. Once upon a time, there was a Protoss. Some referred to this Protoss as Medic. Others didn't know how to talk about this Protoss because they were so flabbergasted, so astounded by every move he ever made that there were no words. There was only a sense of fear and wonder. And so, Medic, as we will call him in this replay, went forth and summoned the first gateway, which is likened unto a ziggurat, except not quite. That's a different game, and that's more of a supply structure. But anyways, a gateway and a probe and a gas, and the story of Protoss versus Zerg began. This Zerg was not the type to take a base first, rather a pool and a gas. Poor little OG Chrome, or CG Chrome. A C is almost an O, it's just missing a little bit. Had been canned so many times that they just said, fuck it, I'm not gonna hatch first anymore. But Medic had other plans. A gate Nexus expand. Gate Nexus expand. Because he's the man. 13 workers on minerals, 3 in the gas versus what do we see here? 16 and 1. Protoss generally takes the worker lead with their Chrono Boost mechanic. The Cyber Core advances the Protoss up the tech tree so they can move toward their dastardly deeds and amazing units. What does the probe do on its little journey? Looks around, notices a big, icky, growing thing on the ground. That's gotta be something you call home about. Oh god, the Lings. They're coming. What does Protoss have to defend this? The first Zealot, named Jeffrey. Jeffrey the Zealot ran forth and then walked and guarded this pylon and the base. The base of possibilities where money was about to be made. The Lings advance up the narrow ramp with an overlord to support and to overlook what's happening. 1 kill for Jeffrey. 2 kills for Jeffrey. Almost 3 kills for Jeffrey the Zealot. Rest in peace, Jeffrey. But then an adept, Veronica the Adept, was pissed at the death of Jeffrey. She came out and shot 2 glaives, looked around, and just overlooked this area with the little bushes and leaves and ferns. Veronica and Sabrina, coming on out from the gateway chrono boosted mothership core, on her way out as well, ready to photon charge at a moment's notice. And this Zerg summoned additional Zerglings. And no further ziggurats, but there was a third base behind it. And what else? Is there an Evo chamber? I'm looking. I don't see an Evo chamber. It's just a frontal Ling attack, which some people might say it's bad on this map, and that's because it is. And as we see here, Sabrina simply just places herself in the wall, and then the mothership core, what's the mothership core? Oprah, the mothership core, overcharges a pylon, which kills many Lings. Does the pylon have a kill count? It does. 5 kills. That's 4 Lings and 1 overlord for this pylon. Damn, we need to name the fucking pylon. Alexander the Pylon just annihilated 5 things in this game. Look at how far ahead Medic is at this point. A Stargate, win ahead, get more ahead, right? That's great. That's great. So we've got 29 probes versus 32 drones. But Protoss has got to be way ahead in gas at this point. Yep. Zerg just mined Ling speed, Evo chamber, and a gas. And probes keep on coming out. Twilight Council. I can't remember if this is Veronica or Sabrina. But in any case, the Adept advanced. We'll just... what's this? I think this was Sabrina. We'll say it's Sabrina, that's fine. Adepts are female, in case you didn't know, so I'm trying to go with more feminine sounding names. Just to fit with the lore. Look at this. It's like a mushroom space formation thing. Had to stop and check that out. You have to scan it and report home for science. Sometimes you do things for war, other times you have to do some things for science. And if you're there, you might as well just scan those mushrooms and see, is this gonna work for me? Or should I use this in my pasta sauce? Who knows? Only if you scan it can you know. Look at this adept. So we talked in a little analysis session earlier today about using the first adept, just going deep and seeing what's going on. And what do you know, Sabrina, she's not scared. She's going deep. Look at this. 7 kills. Some of them were from earlier. But got vision, there's no gas here. Went past the lair. Let's look at Medic's vision now. Oh, I guess didn't see the lair. But still saw the lack of a gas. So that means lurkers they're not on the table for a long time. And probably not mutas either. So what do we have? Cooking up a couple sentries. An oracle. Another one. So this is a composition called a doracle, because you've got adepts and oracles, and you just smash the two words together and you get a doracle. 20 workers on minerals versus 16 here. We've got 13. That's almost full saturation. Getting there. Adding some additional gateways. You need production if you want to spend your money. The 2 oracles swoop in like Batman and Robin. That's the name of these 2 oracles. This is Batman. This is Robin. And here comes the team. The strike team. Batman, Robin, the strike team. And then the 2 little sentries, Bill Nye the Science Guy and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Just going in, saying, you're going to try and take a 4th base? No, sirree, Bob. No, sirree, Bob. You will not take a 4th base yet. You'll need to represent more stuff. There was nothing defending it. Oh, gotta make Ravagers. Roach Ravager versus Adept Sentry with some Adoracle. Batman and Robin swoop in, dealing some damage. What's this ability? Pulsar Beam. Got the 3rd base with a double robo like we talked about, because Immortals are good units, and if they're roaches, then they're trash against Immortals, so you go double robo Immortal, not just 1, but 2. 2 robo Immortal with the Forge getting upgraded. Stalkers up here just inspecting this Stargate, making sure it's structurally sound. If there were to be a unit warped in, the Stalker could alert the rest of the Protoss forces. Hey guys, there's a unit coming in from the Stargate. Okay, thanks for checking that out. So that's what this Stalker is doing right now. They're inspecting and monitoring this Stargate. Batman and Robin, ready. Ready for whatever could go in this general area. What is this? A smattering of lings, a shit whack of roaches, and 5 Ravagers. Look at those. Batman and Robin, 5 kills. 9 kills. They're counting. They're trying to see who can get more kills. So much damage is being dealt here. Medic giving this Zerg a savage beating, reminding him, you don't come in Gotham and try and do crime, bitch. So he's shooting him with guns. Go Batman. Go Robin. Getting him. Alright, gotta fall back. We're running out of energy. And like we said, Immortals, they're kind of a critical mass unit. If you get about 6, you can just go across the map and take the win. And take the ladder points. This Stargate still hasn't warped in anything. Still monitoring it. It's good. We'll check back with this near the end of the game as well to make sure the Stalker's still fulfilling its duty. And we're not going for another Twilight upgrade, but that would be a nice addition here. Maybe some charge. It's always my favorite thing when a caster tries to guess what the player's going to do next and is wrong. Just makes us all feel smart. Because we didn't guess, because we didn't know. But we didn't try, so. Alright, we've got 4 Immortals. Alright, we gotta name these Immortals because they're gonna get a fuck ton of kills. What do we got? We got Thomas Jefferson, John Hancock, Benjamin Franklin, and George Washington. That's some Immortals in some American history for those of you who may or may not know. Those are some of our founding fathers. Oh, and what else do we have here? Warp Prism. Gotta warp in some units. 3 more Adepts. Observer just in case of some burrow business. Oh, mutas. But we can warp in Stalkers, right? The founding fathers just blowing up the Zerg. Stalkers coming out. They've got +1 attack. What did Mutas have? No upgrades. This is such a formidable Protoss army. Just annihilating, decimating this Zerg. And what is this? CG Chrome? Upon realizing their demise, but having no words to describe how viciously they were smashed by the Protoss, simply departed from this game. And Medic, enjoying the victory and the newly found ladder points, also departed. GG. This was an excellent exercise. Oh, we forgot! Still monitoring this Stargate here in particular, just in case. Good job, Stalker. We'll never forget how dedicated you were this entire 10-minute match. To the 0, 10 minutes, just monitoring. Excellent. Excellent game. Why is George in the back? That's because he's the general, and the general is not a front-line fighter. They're the strategist who decides which groups of the army go in where. Alright. Well, that's what you get when you subscribe to this channel. And you learn from the analysis, and then you put it into practice, and then you donate $10 and you get casting. You see what happens?